Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I want to give you 5 games for the season of Halloween. Now, just so you know, I'm going to make it extra challenging. I'm going to make each game have to be from a different console. Alright guys, so let's talk about the first one I want to talk about here. So we're going to start with the Nintendo 64. And that's none other than Nightmare Creatures. Now this game is available on different platforms, but I played it on the Nintendo 64. So Nightmare Creatures. It's a gothic horror game that takes place in the 19th century. The story begins in 1666 when a devil-worshipping cult called the Brotherhood of Hecate were conducting sinister experiments in London. And their goal is to take over the city and then the world. And it's your goal to stop them. You get to pick one of the two characters and you go and button mash and beat the crap out of stuff. Now granted, it might not have the most awesome graphics today, but back then it was definitely dark, mean, and sinister enough to make you poop your pants. Alright guys, the next one I want to go to is old school. It's a bit controversial because a lot of people hate it because it has none other than the Rainbow of Doom LJN.
LJN? That's the 3 letters of Doom!
I really like this game, and I enjoy it, and I think it gets too much of a bad rap. You want to know more about it too, on top of what I say, definitely check out Michael B. the Game Genie's channel, as he also really likes this game. And that's none other than Friday the 13th on the NES. Friday the 13th on the NES is a game that I remember always enjoying but finding everybody else I knew hating the game. I was lucky to get a hold of it because, well, somebody hated the game and I picked it up really cheap. Now granted, if you don't understand the game and how it works, yeah, you're probably going to hate this game. It's a little mysterious at first and the game doesn't really help you by telling you much, but what you have to finally figure out is what characters are the best one to use, which are the fast characters that can jump well, and how to get the good weapons and use those weapons in a way to beat Jason Voorhees. And you don't have to beat him just once, you have to beat him again after that as well. So I enjoyed this game a lot, but once again I still finding a lot of people really hating on it. But then again, I've always been a horror movie fan and a fan of Jason Voorhees. Alright guys, the next one is not as much as a scary kind of horror game, and more of a tongue-in-cheek B-movie style. And there's something about this game, I don't know what it is, it just has me coming back to it every Halloween. And here we are, Zombie Revenge. I don't know what it is, it's just something about it. I love this game, and it's on the Dreamcast. So let's get Zombie Revenge on the Sega Dreamcast. Zombie Revenge. It's an arcade game and a Sega Dreamcast game that I just find myself going back to every year. I don't know why. I don't know what's so special about it. It's a beat-em-up game from 1999 where you're armed with your fists, your feet, heck, whatever weapons you can get along the way, and you're tasked with taking out a city full of zombies. It was originally titled Blood Bullet, the House of the Dead side story, and the game was later renamed Zombie Nightmare before Sega decided to go with the name Zombie Revenge. If you like B-horror and action style video games and arcade style games, this is one that you might want to check out, and it's one that I wish would get a remaster and ported to some other consoles. Now, if you've been a big fan of my channel, you'll know this game because I've actually reviewed this game on the channel, and I think it's an underrated game. It's sort of not necessarily a hidden gem. A lot of people do know about it, but it never seems to get quite as much as attention as I think it deserves. With that said, we're going back to the Xbox 360 with Condemned Criminal Origins. Yeah, look, I left my price sticker on there. Condemned Criminal Origins, also just known as Condemned in Europe, is a first-person survival horror video game. At least they call it that. You know, they jumble anything into survival horror nowadays when you have a limited amount of ammo and you have a horror setting. But it was developed by Monolith Productions and published by Sega. It was launched worldwide in 2005. Now, I really like this game because it sets itself apart differently than most because it's more focused on melee combat, which makes it so you have to really get right in there, in their face, and it's darn right brutal. There's a little bit of puzzle solving as well, but nothing major. And there is some mechanics like searching for fingerprints and gathering evidence. ultimately, it was a really good game. I was really looking forward to the sequel, and I played it a lot. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't quite as dark and deep as the first one. I think that was a letdown on a lot of people, and unfortunately, we've never seen another game in this series again. Alright guys, the next one I want to talk about never does get as much attention as a lot of ones like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, heck, even probably Clock Tower might get more attention than it gets. And that is none other than Fatal Frame. And this is on the PlayStation 2.
Brother, he was so sweet and kind. He was my only family.
If you want a truly frightening adventure, you want to check out Fatal Frame, also titled Zero in Japan and Project Zero in Europe. This is a game you're truly going to want to wear your brown pants. You need to have an excellent sound system for this survival horror game because the sound is absolutely excellent and truly part of the game that really draws you in. This game is scary in all areas it counts, where you're not going to have to run away from the villain even though you have limited resources. No, you are forced to face them, and your only weapon is a camera. If you want a crazy story that's scary as balls, turn off the lights, put on the headset, and take a journey through Fatal Frame. There you go, that's 5 games from 5 different consoles, and if you like this video, who knows, I might do another one with another 5 different consoles to make it extra challenging too as well, because you know what, there's a lot of horror games in my collection and a lot of consoles, so this was actually really tough to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, kick back, and if you've played any of these, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are about them as well, and maybe some that you think, hey, you should mention this on your next video. Alright, well thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have. If you enjoy it, like, give that good little thumbs up, like, subscribe, help out the channel, and check out some of the other channels on the network too, because they're absolutely wonderful. Alright, well thank you. Until next time, keep it full.